Okay, family, guess another beautiful night here. As always, give thanks and praise to the Creator, whoever you may conceive Him or her to be me. Guess 11 it. Had my granddaughter today. She got me tired, man. Got me tired, boy. She's too sweet. Oh, she's so sweet. 3 years old. And she have a conversation that she's like 25 years old. I mean, this girl have a serious conversation. She be doing stuff and say, Papa, I'm just pretending. No, I know it's not real. I'm just pretending. Anyway, before you get into her, let me get right in this one here. No. If you think a change is not coming, you better think again. I keep telling you guys over and over again, we ain't got nothing to worry about. Changes is coming for us, and the females are going to take over and run the planet. Think about this. Now, here in this small town here in North Carolina, the whole police force resigned. Why? Now, there's only eight, but five actually work, are policemen, and all of them resigned. You know why? I ain't gonna tell you why. No, I've never told you why. No, I will show you the clip, and you judge for yourself why you think that all of them retire just one time after 21 years in service. They just retire just like that. And you tell me that there's no racism and no prejudice in this country, folks. Let this video. Now, I do not own the copyright to this video. This video is for educational purposes only. Do not own the rights. But let this video speak for itself. And you tell me exactly what you think. You leave your comment where you think that these policemen, all of them, resign. Let me know your comment. All right, folks. We can take it from here. Hang on one second. Let me bring the volume up so you can hear it properly. And then let us take it from here. Here we go, folks.
An entire police department has resigned. Ironically, this police department, I'm talking about everybody, chief, everybody, resigned because the city manager, the new city manager, is progressively responsible. And because she is progressively responsible, according to every police officer in this city, they are under a hostile work environment and they cannot perform their functions. Let's put up the picture of her and the chief. See, there it is right there. Black female becomes the manager of a town in North Carolina. And literally within days, ladies and gentlemen, within days, the entire police department resigns. All of them. Not one left. Let me give you the background to this story. All right. In protest of a newly appointed, progressively responsible town manager in North Carolina, the entire police force has turned in their 2 weeks' notice because of their alleged hostile work environment. The New York Post reports that Kenly, that's the name of the city, police chief Josh Gibson. All right, let's put that picture up again so you'll know who Josh is. That's Josh on the left. All right. On the right is African American female who was recently appointed, really days ago, to be the manager of that city. I'm going to get into some of her background in a moment. The New York Post reports Kenly Police Chief Josh Gibson, a key clerk, and 5 of his officers quit their positions to express their disapproval of the new town manager, Justine Jones, a black woman. Now, let me remind you, those numbers seem low, right? You said, wait a minute. I thought you said the entire police department. That's right. They only have 5 cops. Normally, they have 8. They have 5 right now. And according to them, they are simply unable to do their jobs. But they have had variations of 5 to 8 police officers before the African American female was placed in charge of them. But they did not resign until she got the job. There's more. In a Thursday announcement, the chief of police wrote, and I quote, "I have put in my 2 weeks' notice along with the whole police department. Sharon Evans and Christy Thomas with the town of Kinley after 21 years of service. The new manager has created an environment I do not feel we can perform our duties and services to the community. In me researching this story, ladies and gentlemen, I could find no actual specific claim of misconduct. Not one. They are continuing to cite hostile work environment, progressively responsible, understaffing. Wait a minute. You all have resigned because of someone being responsible? Because you need a couple of more people in your shift? That doesn't make sense. I'm going to break down exactly what happened here. All right. So, hired last month on June 2nd, as I said, the woman has only been there for days. Ms. Jones has had a history of progressively responsible positions, which the former force disapproves of. Ms. Jones has had nothing but a praised career during her years of public service, and I checked. I'm going to give you that background in a moment. So let me make it plain for everybody. They're not leaving because of a hostile work environment. Remember, if there's a hostile work environment, you have a protocol. You alert HR will then investigate the matter, and they will make a determination. Well, guess what? All of these government-protected employees, none of them went through the process or the protocol of filing an actual complaint for a hostile work environment. Why? Because internally, their own people would have found this is no hostile work environment. So they're making a claim without making a complaint. Understand that. They're making a claim without making a complaint. In addition to that, they have said on record, if the city fires Mrs. Jones,
they would go back to work.
They will come back. Showing the premise of their entire scheme from day one. Let me say this to you, Ms. City Manager, and to the council that appointed you. Stick to your guns, no pun intended. The greatest thing that could have happened to your city is to have all of these cops resign.
Oh, yeah.
Now you could bring in good cops. You could bring in police officers that can respect diversity and leadership. You can actually do the good work, Ms. Jones, that you have been trying to do for years in other states and other jurisdictions. You have a clean slate. You can do this. You can become an example to the rest of this country how it can be done the right way. They have given you a gift by resigning. How do you create policing in the interim? The sheriff of that county has already come out and said he will work with the city to make sure that policing is done. Create an MOU temporarily with the sheriff. Create another MOU with the closest jurisdiction of city police officers so that your residents can have access to 911 emergencies. That's how you do it. And in the process, 3 months, 6 months, you build a credible and respected and reputable police force. You only need 8. You can operate with 5. Let's get this done. All right. Jones has had a dedicated career to public service over the last 16 years, during which she worked in progressively responsible positions with local governments in Minnesota, Virginia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. There's not one state or jurisdiction on record at all that had one negative thing to say about this young lady who has been in government service going on 20 years until she got to Kinley. All right. This is what change looks like. It's uncomfortable. There's resistance, but it's part of it. Criticism is the price you pay for leadership. And the day you are unwilling to be criticized is the day you are unfit to lead anybody. This is criticism. It's part of it. All right. Jackson, thoughts on this case?
Yeah, so let's talk about how ridiculous it is. After 21 years of service, nothing made you want to quit. Nothing made you want to throw in the towel other than this black woman who was on for a few days. That was just a line too far. On top of the fact that, we care so much about this community that we're all just going to quit and let, just throw it up in God's hands or whatever. Just let Jesus take the wheel. But all this was, at the end of the day, was these men felt that, they had put in too much blood, sweat, and tears to, operate under the influence and authority of some black woman. So that's all it was. And that was the line too far after 2 decades of service.
That's right. We will stay on this story because council has the decision to make it.
Okay, family, leave me your comments because I know exactly what I think really went down and why they're resigning. Leave your comments. Let me know exactly what you were thinking, the reason why you think all of those cops resign. And I'm thinking that all of them have to be white. That's why they resign, because they can't take no orders from a who? Until then, folks, leave a comment. I love you guys. Peace out. One love.